Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to Zen Romance Tarot. We're going to take a look at Leo, and you can almost see the whole Leo. I know, right? But I did meditate over these cards. We're going to take a look and see what's going on with Leo. This is a general reading. It's not going to be for everybody. But we're going to take a look at Leo. And if this resonates, awesome. If it doesn't, it's not your reading. Alright? So, Leo, what I'm getting, and sorry about the paint on my hands, peeps, there is a great wave that awaits you. I feel like you've been manifesting stability and taking measures to make sure you are stable. Stable with emotions, stable with finances, equal give and take, balance. I feel like you may have given in the past and you weren't necessarily getting it back, and it resulted in disappointments. But your great wave awaits. I feel like you could have some new emotions for a project or a person. It could be some new emotions here that you're experiencing. And it says that you have new emotions and passions for something. That's what the Ace of Cups is. It's about something new. It could be a relationship. It could be feelings that you have for somebody. It could be emotions that are coming back from something that may have happened in the past. You'd be looking at things differently. It could mean a ton of things. But it also, what I'm seeing here, the cards show that there's Two of Swords. So you're having some kind of an issue with a decision that needs to be made. This is reverse. So you may actually be putting this decision on hold. Okay? Maybe you're supposed to compromise. Maybe there's some compromise that you know you need to, I don't know, give into. Or there's a compromise, or there's something that you're not fully invested in just yet. You're having some difficulties with making a decision. And I believe it has to do with emotions. So when we look at the next card, it talks about your greatest work and what you want to leave for the world. What am I going to leave? What is my legendary legacy? What am I going to leave here? Like, what am I going to do? How are people going to remember me? How do people perceive me now? Again, this talks about stability and balance. And I think that you may be working a little bit on yourself and trying to figure out what you have to give to the world, which is awesome. Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I mean, what else did you expect from me? We have the Eight of Wands card. It talks about fast communication coming. Something with creativity where you feel like you need to act now. You could be sending a message to somebody, because at the end of the day, it does say emotions and communication. But it looks like you may be, if this is involved in affairs of the heart, you may be looking for some kind of balance. You're looking to communicate emotions that you maybe have for somebody, right? And you're trying to do it in a balanced way, so it's not overtaking them or it doesn't overtake you. And you're trying to, it looks like you may be trying to take your time towards something where you're looking for some sort of justice. Or this could be a new technique that you plan to use as you endeavor out in just life alone, but also in love. I don't know that you necessarily want this responsibility of your greatest work being left behind. I think that you're looking to be free. But I think that freedom for you, I think you're still trying to discover what that is. I think there's a lot of things you're trying to discover about yourself, Leo. I think that you are in limbo, to be honest with you. I feel like you're debating whether or not to move forward with something, but you kind of know you have to do it. When we pull the Three of Wands here, this might have to do with your greatest work. Why? Because it talks about expansion. You may not be keen on giving your ideas to other people or whatever. For some reason, you seem a little bit reserved about this. And it talks about expanding. So that could mean business. It could be a relationship. Maybe you just not ready. Because I do see I see difficulties with Two of Swords. We then see Three of Wands, which is a freedom card. And maybe you feel trapped in something. I think here it says that you are suffering a lot of conflict and instability. There could be some change going on in your life here. At the end of the day, what this boils down to is you have to basically, what's the best way to put this? Kind of like everything you ever wanted is on the other side of fear. Whatever conflict you're having, befriend your fear monster. Yeah, you need to get to know things that make you feel uncomfortable about yourself. Like, you need to explore them. You need to figure out why. They may not be that hard to get over. Sometimes the thought of a hump is the biggest obstacle, right? But it says befriend. This card is encouraging you to ask yourself, who am I to do this work? Right? It's almost like you're questioning yourself about being worthy of something. Who am I? And it's like you're trying to find every excuse not to deal with this situation or whatever it is going on. And so you start to ask yourself things like, yeah, is this going to impact my family? Is my family going to suffer? Am I going to be neglected? Is this going to have a bad impact on my health? You're finding every excuse, but it's okay. You're going to find some balance in this. As long as you get to know whatever's on the other side of fear for you, you'll get through it. You just have to deal with it. And I think that's what you've kind of been reluctant to do. We also have the balance card. Well, it's the justice card. It's the card of balance. And so whatever you've been suffering, and I just think this is balance altogether. I think that you're trying to take some time out to figure out some things about yourself. Put yourself on a decent schedule of some sort where you're able to kind of achieve all of your tasks, everything that needs to be done. I think you're trying to find a fair way to balance these things out in between work, life, whatever it is. So I think that this is kind of like a balancing act where you're looking for some sort of justice. Justice for yourself as well as justice in emotions, just things that have happened to you over the past. I think you're taking time to really look back and see what worked and what didn't, and you're going to balance things out. We have the Four of Pentacles here. And this is really focusing on long-term security. So if we go back and take a look at these cards, this could be emotional. I think this is a combination of what am I going to offer to the world? What is my special talent I'm going to put out? What great advice can I give financially to people? Like, how can I be a leader? I'm a little reluctant to do this, but I know it's something that needs to be done. I feel like you might be a little bit fearful of moving towards a relationship, and I think that's why that might be like this hangman energy. Like, I'm not going to make this decision right now. I don't feel like I have to. I think you're trying to focus on your own project or whatever this is for you. I feel like you might be practicing or focused on that, but I think you're having the challenge of how to get to do it because you're having conflict. It seems like you're having every excuse in the world not to do something, but I think you're going to be okay doing it. You are going to find balance in it. And in terms of stability, it says that you're questioning that a little bit. But this whole thing, I'm not surprised about this bottom line, because you're still a little fearful. So you know what needs to be done. We're just waiting for this outcome. We're waiting for you to make a decision. We're waiting for you to have that freedom that you're looking for to express yourself, right? And be comfortable enough to put your art out there or put your advice out there or record something. It's something that you're doing that you're documenting, and people are going to know who you are. You're going to be known for it. It's not going to happen until you face your fears, and there's going to be some justice in the situation. You are concerned about your stability. Okay, and in all fairness, I'm pulling the cards. These. Ancestors, why is Four of Pentacles reversed for Leo?